Benjamin gets out of their way, and now Todd looks down at an ace-queen.
Well, do you want to get involved with this hand after a raise and a re-raise?
All in.
All in.
And he is just going to shove all in.
Well, he just got lucky the last spot to double up, so he's going to press his luck here.
5 players battling for this championship as we go to the felt. Action's going to be on Todd Peterson.
Yeah, an accountant by trade. Got in this tournament by winning a $400 satellite. So he's going to make a great parlay wherever he finishes.
Yeah, he's going to raise the blinds of 40 and 80,000. A couple folds behind him, and now it's around to Pat Lyons with just a 6-7. Nope, he won't play that. Only one to beat is Benjamin ZAMANI. He can't play either, so Todd, a quick pickup there, and he shows 1 card.
Should we just do that till there's like 3 or 4 left? That game?
Show the card.
And we can reevaluate depending on the remaining players. Seems fine.
Okay.
No, just keep showing it.
Well, Vince, we need to explain. They agreed to show 1 card each
Heads up.
if they win the pot. Now they're changing the deal, maybe.
Keep showing it. It's going to be a good
I'll rediscuss it at three people.
You guys can agree and then back out, I guess.
You know what's kind of cool? If I win this thing, it's going to blow up the poker world like you've never seen. Because if Pat Lyons can win the Legends of Poker, they're going to think anybody can win. What Moneymaker did to poker will be nothing what world-famous Pat Lyons can do to poker.
Oh,
trust me.
He's
Plays the
confident.
game, has
The
no
lion roars.
sports betting problem. Whee! Just keeps going. 230.
Ace-queen, he's going to make it 230,000 with that attractive hand.
Those kind of hands make you a little more talkative.
It's kind of funny.
Benjamin and Todd out. Pesh de Silva from Katy, Texas.
If that car is a WPT
I'm
rule,
rushing. I'm on a rush right now.
you have
I'm on a
for
rush.
the,
I'm sorry.
good player
I'm sorry.
cannot do it.
William
And you
Vo is
continue the
upset
second
now
time,
that
warning.
Pat Lyons is talking all the time.
I'm so
Sorry,
surprised.
sorry.
I'm so surprised. Please, you can ask the opinion of a tournament director before
This
I
is
continue.
director right here.
William, it's your turn.
I've been told.
To make sure he has stopped from now.
I've been told.
Yeah.
It's your
please.
turn. It's your
I
turn.
know that, sir.
Okay.
It's not about the chip. It's not about the win, but to enjoy poker.
Yeah, you can talk between hands though.
That's
about
on
that.
William, and he is on
My
tilt
trouble
now.
is I really am enjoying talking to players.
And he's going to lay down the
I'm enjoying
king
it. Keep
9.
getting the same card. Same card.
And
Same
Pat is
card.
not going to change his style.
Now to make sure that it stops. Oh, I will leave the tournament right now.
He's threatening to get up and leave.
Please,
Well, very surprising.
They gotta.
please, you can ask the
They can't make up new
opinion of-
rules. They gotta play by the rules.
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing anything wrong. So
No,
let's just.
he said
let's
that
just play.
player cannot talk with the audience. That's it. Go table and talk is good.
Well,
Fun.
what do you make of that, Mike?
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised by William Vo, to be honest. Normally, he's a very happy-go-lucky guy at the table, and all of a sudden, he's completely turned the corner here on Pat Lyons, saying you can't talk to the crowd, you're talking too much, and he's getting upset by it. And I don't think Pat's done anything wrong, really.
That would make
A lot of commotion at the table, and he just wants to win a pot every now and then. He just doesn't like it.
Pat don't even like his ace, and he gives a walk.
And look at this, Pat.
Who is this guy?
He's gonna.
Who is this guy?
It's you, sir.
Who is he? He gives a walk with an ace? He gives a walk with an ace? With an ace? An ace, he gives a walk? Why? Why does he play like that? He just plays he's tighty-whitey. This is crazy. Oh my gosh.
Crazy's the right word.
He's more interested in being the center of attention than he is winning.
Hey, if that's why he plays these, more power to him.
And I have to take a little break, let them play. We can lose a little bit of rounds.
Well, Vince, William told him not to talk anymore. He's talking more than ever, showing him an ace, folding in the small blind as a chip leader.
All right, we'll get back to the table. Todd Peterson now with the button, has an ace-6. He's from Vegas, and he is going to raise with the ace-6, 225 to go. Behind him is Pesh with a 4-3 of hearts.
Well, we've seen Pesh 3-bet him out of the small blind before when Todd has raised on the button. Well, as you can see by the 3 in the graphic, Pesh 3-bets here.
William folds the hand. Pesh has one World Series of Poker bracelet to his name. Very experienced young player.
He must have a tell on Todd. Just feels like he can take the pot away from him by 3-betting him all the time pre-flop.
And he's going to push Todd out.
So aggressive play by Pesh de Silva paying off for him.
With just a 4-3.
We are completely in everybody's heads. The showing the ace blew them away. He's in the small blind. Anybody's going to raise an ace. Whoever sees the hole cards is going to love it because I'm having pocket pairs, mucking pocket pairs, not even calling. I've pulled some masterful bluffs on these guys. These guys have no idea. I'm in all of their heads. Whether they admit it or not, they're going to have the total tidy white guy, tight white guy, tighty whitey. I've planted seeds in their heads. I will win the Legends of Poker. I will have my picture on the wall. I'll get the cool-ass Hublot watch that's red and black. I'm always red and black. And we're going to get the trophy and then the money. And then we're going to go to the next WPT event, which is Borgata. So we're on the West Coast kicking their ass. We're going to go kick ass on the East Coast.
I just want what he's drinking.
Well, this guy's the Babe Ruth of poker. He's calling his shot. 5 players left. He's already put the crown on his head, Vince. The guy does not lack confidence.
Let me go back to the table. And we got a raise here by Todd.
Got the ace-8 offsuit this time.
And William Vo is going to make this call out of the small blind.
Yeah, Pat Lyons is gone, so he obviously folding out of the big blind.
See if William can finally get lucky with something.
Well, he's flopped a gut shot straight draw here, but his opponent's flopped top pair, top kicker.
I check.
William is going to check. And Todd with the continuation bet.
Let's continue.
Beautiful flop for him. It looks like 225, and look at this. William's going to stick around. 3 of clubs on the turn does not help William.
I check.
Well, he checks again. And Todd bets again, this time 400,000. And shockingly, William going to call him again here. Might think he's only got a gut shot straight to win this pot. Now a deuce comes off.
William just doesn't get there, but look at this. He's going to take a stab at it. He's going to try to bluff it.
1.4 million.
That is a big bet into the accountant.
Well, Vince, it's just very simple. You put the guy on a 4-5 or you don't. That's the only hand that's going to beat you. He didn't raise before the flop, didn't take aggressive action on the flop or the turn, and all of a sudden going to move in on the river. So it looks like he's got the 4-5 or nothing to me. I think it's going to be tough to get away from his hand.
Wow.
Well, Todd does make the call, and he's going to win this pot. So, Vince, you just wonder if William's gotten too upset, if he's just gotten off track, if he's not playing so good here.
It was a tough one. I never tanked that long. That was a good bet.
Good for you. Well, now he has wandered back to the table, and he just doesn't care that William is upset by him. Pat Lyons is going to play his way today. He's the chip leader. He's back at the table. Blinds are 40 and 80, and action's going to Todd. He's got a miserable 4 deuce. He'll take a break.
Now Pesh looks at the king-jack. Looks like he's going to raise with this.
Yeah, he does. 160 to go, and now William with a strong ace-king.
Well, surely he's going to raise this time.
Oh, boy. No, he's just going to call.
Just calls, Vince. We saw him limping with ace-king earlier at this final table.
Sometimes this kind of play works, but most of the time...
Well, Vince, what it does is invite the blinds to come in the pot as well.
It sure does.
So now there's more players in the pot, meaning you have to catch an ace or a king to probably win the pot.
Right, William is overdue to hit something. See if he can do it. It's a no, Jack 8-3.
That could be a problem for Benjamin. He's flopped middle pair. Pesh has flopped top pair, and he was going to bet. William has flopped no pair. And if you don't re-raise with the ace-king before the flop, wouldn't you think you just abandoned ship here? But nope, William going to make the call.
Benjamin gets out of the way.
Well, William just compounding his mistakes perhaps in this hand.
Let's see if he can do anything on the turn. No, queen of spades.
Well, now he has the ace-high straight draw, does William, but action on Pesh.
Pesh bet again.
Well, you're afraid of the queen, Vince. Also afraid your opponent could possibly have 9-10, but he's going to bet anyway. Find out where he's at.
And William is in tilt town here. Uh-oh. He's doing it. Man, he's a big dog at this point. Going to the river. Let's see if William Could get lucky. No. Deuce of hearts.
Well, Pesh knows that card does not help him. Now, was he trapping him on the turn is what Pesh is trying to figure out.
All in.
Okay, he's going to push all of William's money in. There's
Wow.
only about 600,000 left. Now, William came in as the chip leader with over 5 million. He has been whittled down. He is disintegrating. He is unhinged.
And Vince, honestly, he has called all his money off at this final table. Hasn't bet it off. He's called it off.
Yeah, he has. Never been able to hit one hand. So it's not all his fault, but everything going the wrong way, and this would just cement it. If he should make this call, be knocked out in 5th place. Oh no, it's over. He has called the hand.
Well, that is going to do it for William Vo. Pesh de Silva taking down that pot to knock William Vo out of this tournament. But Vince, what a delight the guy's been all week long. Doyle Brunson told me if this guy won the tournament, he's coming back out of retirement. Doyle, you're safe for right now. Nice ovation for William Vo. Vince, he made a good effort, but just today wasn't his day. Nothing developed for him here at this final table tonight.
That's going to wrap it up. Vo must go. Going to take home 113,000. What a player, what an effort. Let's talk to him.
Hey, thank you for everybody out here. Thank you, all the crew. Gave me a wonderful night. And that is the souvenir of the rest of my life. Thank you. Still love myself.
This is just gonna crush. It's a $1 buy-in, $1 million guarantee. I can't believe no one's thought about it.
What idiot came up with this? This is a disaster. There's no way we're gonna cover this.
Sign up for free today at WPTGlobal.com and use bonus code YT60 and play the $1 for 1 million tournament.
Right now we are down to 4 players at the bike. Chip leader is Pesh de Silva with 7.2 million. Pat Lyons in second chip position with about 7.
Yeah, Pesh taking the lead after knocking William Vo out. And Vince, I got to say, in the history of the WPT, I think that was the happiest 5th place finisher we've ever seen.
All right, we move on to this hand. Pat has raised with ace-10. Let's see if Todd Peterson calls us. He has an ace-7. No, he will not. And Pesh now with the same hand, ace-10 of clubs.
Yeah, these are the 2 chip leaders. It's going to be interesting to see how they play the same hand against each other.
Well, Pesh is just going to call it. So ace-10 versus ace-10.
Well, flop is 9-8-8 with 2 diamonds. Pesh is going to check. Comes a continuation bet by Pat. He's got the key card, the ace of diamonds, of course. Going to bet 315,000. But Pesh going to send him a message. Just because you make a C bet doesn't mean you're going to win the pot, pal.
That's right. He makes this call. All of a sudden, Pat is very quiet. Deuce of diamonds on the turn. Gives a big 4 flush there for Pat Lyons. Pesh is going to check.
There's the cards lie. Pat's on a free roll here. He doesn't know it, of course. But he's not slowing down either. He's getting out betting chips. A lot of people would check this here just to see if they hit the diamond. They wouldn't want to get check raised out of the pot.
Pat's going to bet 530. He is the self-proclaimed best player in the Bay Area. And he wants to prove it here tonight.
Well, Pesh has been very good at reading players so far at this final table.
Nice hand.
And he's going to give this one up.
Yep.
So Pat Lyons
shows the ace of diamonds.
I don't know why you would show that card. I would have shown the other one.
There you go. Pat Lyons taking down that pot, and now with that pot, he becomes the new chip leader, and the blinds are going up to 50 and 100 with a $10,000 ante. Pat Lyons folds Ben out as well.
So battle of the blinds here. Todd's got ace high in the small blind. And just calls, does not raise with it. And Pesh chooses not to raise with the king 8 of clubs, so we're going to have a flop here.
Flops
Wow.
at ace, ace 7, 3 of a kind for Todd Peterson.
Well, you're going to see a lot of fireworks here, Vince. Todd is going to bet, but Pesh is not going to put him on an ace because he didn't raise pre-flop. And even if he does, he's got the nut flush draw.
Todd's bet the 150 with 3 of a kind. Pesh with the 4 flush makes the call. Let's see if Pesh can hit his club. Nope, not there.
5 of spade. Now, Todd thinking the guy might have 2 7s. Going to call me again, so he's going to bet again. This time 450,000.
And Pesh is going to make this call, hoping to hit a club. Down to the river we go. And it is not a club. It's actually a 4, which gives Todd a full house, of course.
Well, Todd feeling a lot better about his hand now. He felt pretty good about it. Now he feels really good about it. And this time he's going to bet 1.9 million into a pot that has 1.4 million in it. So he's trying to make it look like he's bluffing with aces full.
A lot of disappointment for Pesh on this hand. Just couldn't quite get there, and he finally has to muck the hand.
Whatever you do, don't show the ace. No matter what, don't show the ace. Okay.
And he does not show the ace, of course.
Really had to show the 4.
6-4.
Ace 4.
As he predicted he would, and cross the finish line with the trophy.
Actions on young Pesh de Silva. He's got an ace 10. Blinds are 50 and 100, and he will move it up to 205 to total. Pat Lyons folds. Benjamin not going to play deuces on the short stack.
Over to Todd. Now he's got 2 5s. Now many players would 3-bet with this hand. Todd opting to call it and look at a flop first.
And the first 3 are a king, 9, 4, all hearts.
Well, no help to Todd, obviously. Pesh has the nut flush draw.
Yep, Todd is going to check the little pair of 5s, and Pesh betting into him, 185.
Oh, I played this one like a girl.
Yeah, I think a lot of players would have played it the same way. The ultra-aggressive players would have 3-bet pre-flop, bet on the flop, and seen what happened.
That's not a bluff. That's too good a card. That's not a...
And I think Pesh showed the ace of hearts.
Use the restroom. I'll miss a blind. Yeah, my back's bugging a little
Well,
bit.
here
This
we
way
go.
I can kind of walk.
Pat Lyons on another break. Vince, what does he do behind that curtain?
Just walk. No, I walk.
The water juggler just had to go to the restroom. Okay? 2 and 2 does equal 4.
It's funny when you're chip leader, it's easier to go to the restroom. You're on the short stack, you just can't afford to go. I think there's a correlation.
There's nothing like those walkabouts when you have a lot of chips.
Todd Peterson on the button with the 7-4 of hearts. Now remember, the big blind's not sitting there.
It's a precarious situation.
So you're only going to beat one guy, but you just give it up. He's been beat up so bad when he's raised on the button by Pesh de Silva that he's now letting the suited cards go.
9 was probably better than both your cards, huh?
It was.
Well, we had 687 total entries in the event. Each player had to put up 4,000 for that entry.
Yeah, Vince, ironically, out of the 4 remaining players, Todd Peterson played a satellite long before the tournament started to win his seat. Pat Lyons, on the other hand, was the very last entry to get in the tournament. They're both still alive.
Who will become the next champion? Action's back on Benjamin, and he can't play any cards right now. Folds the hand. Todd Peterson now with a queen 8.
Well, Todd gonna raise it on the button and hold his breath.
He's gonna make it 250 to go. Oh my goodness.
This one's not gonna work either. Oh man.
Pesh has picked up the weapons of mass destruction, the pair of aces.
Now, this is not gonna be a big 3-bet, but definitely is gonna be one.
Boom, 685.
Well, pretty good size one. Pat Lyons goes out. And Todd is going to feel like he's getting manhandled by Pesh. Now, the last couple times, Pesh didn't have anywhere near that strong a hand when he 3-bet him, but he gives this hand up anyway. But I can tell you, he's getting tired of raising on the button and getting re-raised by the blind.
It's that same ace of clubs.
How do you like that? Pesh to Silva looking good right now. As we go down to the felt, action on Pesh.
He's got a World Series of Poker bracelet to his credit. Been very aggressive here today. Making excellent reads on his opponents. He's going to raise it here with an ace deuce to 205,000.
Goes out, and now Benjamin, who hasn't picked up too many good hands, has a king queen.
All in.
And he's going to just shove all in.
Wow, what an all-in bet here.
Todd goes out, so back on Pesh, who actually hasn't beat. Ace high.
I'll show one.
And he's going to lay it down.
Wow, he showed the ace.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
So Benjamin very happy to see the guy lay down an ace, that's for sure.
Benjamin's been very patient. Back-to-back final tables here in season 15.
If you guys want to order drinks, I'll buy a round for anybody in the whole place here.
Oh boy, how do you like that?
Oh, there's a sport.
Pat just bought himself some new friends. How you do? I'm serious.
Oh.
I will treat you guys if you guys want.
Trust me, they want.
I mean, all of the fans become the Pat Lyons fans. Huh?
Yeah, back to this hand.
Yeah, have whatever you want. I'll buy it.
Todd Peterson has limped in on the button here.
All in.
Wow.
Pesh has gone all in over the top of him. And it is unbelievable how Pesh has owned Todd Peterson at this final table.
Anybody that wants drinks. Anybody that wants drinks. Anybody.
Usually you wait till you win the tournament to buy the drinks, Vince, but he's predicted he's going to win it, so why not buy the drinks early?
Yeah, he's confident. And we move on. Todd with a quick fold, and now Pesh with Jack 10. He'll make it 205 to go, and Pat Lyons with an attractive Queen 10 of spades.
And he's going to make the call. See if Benjamin can join the party. Nope. So the two chip leaders going at it again.
That's right, Pesh with the button, so he has position over Pat Lyons with Queen 10 of spades, and the flop is a King 9-5.
Both players with a gut shot straight draw, and both players with a backdoor flush draw.
Pat Lyons has checked. Well, Pesh is going to bet 185.
Now Pat's going to look him up here.
And the ace of spades helps Pat a bit with the four flush as well.
He is leading right out into the pre-flop raiser, and the flop better bets 400,000 into a 920,000 pot. Now, this sends a message to Pesh that he's got something. So I don't know how you continue with just a gut shot straight draw here. And he doesn't. He gives it up.
Yep. So the very popular Pat Lyons taking down that pot.
I'm doing better than Twitter. I'm getting followers in the room. This is fun. Wow.
3.6.
And Mike, the antes are now going up to 20,000. Blinds are 60 and 120. And action on the chip leader, Pesh de Silva. He's got 8.3 million. He's got ace 4, and he will raise to 250,000.
And the two most aggressive players at the table have been Pesh and Pat. They're the two chip leaders. There is a correlation.
Pat and Ben both go out. Now Todd Peterson, he has been the punching bag of Pesh all night long. He's got Queen 5 of spades.
Every time he bets, he seems to get raised by him, and now he's calling a raise.
Can I see how many 100Ks you have?
I started at 1.6.
Thank you.
I think he's just trying to beat Pesh so bad. He hasn't beat him one hand at this entire final table. He has been owned by him, and this flop is not going to help him any. 9-9-3. He checks. Comes a continuation bet, although not a big one, 185,000.
That's a tough board to shove on.
It's going to be enough to get the job done, as Todd has to give it up.
Yep, and you could boil a pot of coffee on Todd's head right now. Got to be frustrated by Pesh all night long.
It's amazing how sometimes just one player owns you at the table, isn't it, Vince?
Yeah,
Tonight,
so true.
Pesh owns Todd, no doubt about it.
Yep. We move on. Pat Lyons now with a very strong ace-queen. Calls himself the Flying Lion.
And he comes in for 300,000 here. ZAMANI out. Todd out. And Pesh has been running good. See what he's going to do with the Jack-10 here. And he makes the call here.
Yeah, with Jack-10, hoping to get lucky.
Well, the two big chip leaders playing this pot. No help to any of them as it comes King-7 deuce. Pesh checks and a quick continuation bet by Pat.
Yeah, 300,000, but Pesh getting out chips. With Jack high, he will make this call.
Now that's interesting, Vince. It tells me he's going to try to steal this spot somewhere along the route. 3 of clubs comes off.
And he is checking it. Pat is not going to slow down, though. Another 300,000.
That's a small bet into a pot that's got 1.3 million in it, Vince. What we call a post-oak bluff, where you bet small into a big pot. If Pesh can read it, he'll raise it and take the pot away from him. He was setting him up for that play, but opted not to make it. Folds his hand, and Pat Lyons taking down the pot.
Nice hand.
Did everybody get their drink in the house? Because Pesh and I have a contest. Whichever one of us gets to 10 million first, that guy's buying the next round. Huh, Pesh?
10 million real dollars? Sure.
No.
No.
The players are playing for 1.2 million different things. It's like, all buy.
Hey, JRB.
Tony.
You playing the big tournament this weekend?
I'm about to find out.
Press 1 for checking account balance. Your balance is $1.
It's not just $1. It's your ticket to $1 million tournament. Sign up for free today at WPTglobal.com and use bonus code YT60.
The Legends of Poker, we are down to 4 players, Mike.
2 players have a lot of chips. 2 players are short on chips. Pesh de Silva, Pat Lyons out in front. Benjamin ZAMANI and Todd Peterson on the short stacks.
Going to the table. Action's going to be on Todd Peterson.
Well, he's only got 10 big blinds, Vince, and he's shipping it right here with the Jack-9 of diamonds.
How much is it?
Well, Pesh has owned this guy all night long. And I mean owned him, but he's going to opt to give up the ace-5 here.
Yeah, Pat Lyons now.
I wish that he hadn't gone all in so I could make some fun out of the game, but now we have to play like we know what we're doing. Gosh, damn it. Nice bet, Todd.
He's going to go out, of course. And now Benjamin with ace-9. He's on a short stack as well. He does make the call, and it's the right one.
Well, the 2 short stacks battling. Benjamin ZAMANI has him dominated right here. Ace-9 to Jack-9. Ben got to be feeling very good right now.
Todd Peterson, nothing went right the whole night. He needs a long shot hit here, and here's the flop. It is a Jack-9 King, so 2 pair for Todd.
Benjamin must catch an ace now to win this pot, or a running queen and a 10.
Great flop for Todd. Deuce of hearts, very safe for Todd.
We are down to the river. Benjamin ZAMANI must catch an ace on the river to win this pot. Otherwise, Todd Peterson will double up.
3 outer for Benjamin. Can he get it? Not the base 6 of clubs.
Well, tough luck for ZAMANI there. Had his opponent dominated, but his opponent snuck out, outdrew him, won the pot, doubled up. We still have 4 left.
Anything can happen, and it is here at the bike here tonight. On we go. Pesh this time with King Jack.
I'm getting out raising chips.
Makes it 250 total.
250.
Into Pat's pair of 10s.
Make it 850.
Wow.
Well, he raised it up to 850,000, a healthy raise.
Benjamin gets out of their way, and now Todd looks down at an ace-queen.
Well, do you want to get involved with this hand after a raise and a re-raise?
All in.
All in.
And he is just going to shove all in.
Well, he just got lucky the last pot to double up, so he's going to press his luck here. See if he can win back-to-back pots.
Pull in 850.
1 down, but Pat, with the 10s, it's only an additional 1.6.
Almost 100% we're going to see something happen here, guys, just so you know.
You would think the chips would already be in, but...
Yeah, that pretty much means he's calling for sure.
If I win this pot, the place is gonna get drinks. You do know that, right?
Ultimate bartender.
I'm holding pocket tens.
There you go.
I'm holding tens.
Well, he's made the call, so we're gonna have a race here. The 2 overcards for Todd, the 2 tens for Pat. Let's see who gets lucky and wins the race.
Can I win a coin flip? Let's see.
Yeah. Todd has not been that lucky with the cards tonight so far. He's hung around. Can he get lucky on this flop? Oh, he does so!
Queen right on the flop. Again, Todd getting lucky when he's all in. Wow. He won with a Jack-9 against an Ace-9 to stay alive. Now, so far, he's well out in front in this race.
Pat looking disillusioned here.
Could come diamond, diamond, where Pat could win the pot.
Turn card, 5 of clubs.
Now we're down to 2 outs.
No 10, and I'll buy drinks the rest of the night.
I bet you will.
I'm gonna steal your fans.
Looking very happy and confident. This has to sweat a 2-outer to double up. Down to the river we go.
What time?
Yes! Unbelievable! A 2-outer on the river. Can you believe it? Just incredible, Vince. The worst hand getting there time and time again at this final table when somebody's all in.
He might have to take another 8 years off after that beat.
Really tough luck for Todd Peterson. It's a dagger in the heart to lose to a 2-outer on the river.
Let's go talk to him before the beer and the tears hit him.
Kind of finished the way I thought it might. You know, I thought this would be the final 4, and you know, those are the 3 toughest players probably.